Live from the Rush Point Studios, it's the Pat and Brian Show.
It's another Tuesday night, and good evening, everyone. I'm Brian, and Pat is right behind me.
Yep, that's me.
That's right. I've been I've been kind of teasing Pat tonight prior to getting on the air. I got a whole bunch of songs that I got from a buddy of mine, and anyway, and I use them basically for my own purpose. But I've been playing some from the '80s. Actually, 70s and 80s, I think. So maybe one or two from the 90s. But anyway, Pat has been able to get, I think, what, two?
Maybe if I was lucky.
Yeah. So anyway, I used to be a radio announcer, and I played. I did a lot of different formats. I did rock and roll, country, top 40. I've actually done classical too, which I really didn't like because that was about as boring as you could get. Fall asleep at the wheel. But
no, you do that when you're driving, so what's the difference?
I do. So anyway, we don't have a agenda tonight, so to speak, but heard some sad news that Toby Keith and Tina Turner died. I know that Toby Keith had stomach cancer. I know he had mentioned that a while back, but didn't know exactly how bad it was. Obviously, it was bad enough where he passed away. So our condolences go out to his family. And then I had seen it on, I don't remember what the website was. Looking it up here. Not the website, but it was here someplace. I can't remember the name of the... Oh, Microsoft Edge. That's what it was. Okay. So I saw that in Microsoft Edge that Tina Turner died. So I think she was in her 80s. So yeah.
Didn't she have her legs insured for like $1 million each or something like that?
I have no idea.
What a company she worked for or something like that. I don't know.
I have no idea. No idea whatsoever. So, well, anyway, and we had told you that we're not going to talk about politics, but, I got to mention this thing. This witch hunt that Trump is going through, with the $83 million that he had to pay to some woman that eons ago he, I don't know.
Defamation of character?
Defamation of character, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
if that was the case, we'd be having cases.
Oh, yeah. It's just
one on top of another stacked.
It's like the gal that spilled hot coffee from McDonald's and sued and won.
Yeah.
Idiotic lawsuits everywhere. So anyway, well, let's see. We got 3 viewers tonight. I think you're one of them.
Well,
anyway, anybody got anything to talk about tonight? Anything that's on your mind? Shoot us a chat right here on our YouTube site. We'd like to hear from you. I know that there's people out there that want to say something, but are maybe just afraid to do so. If you don't want me to use your name, I won't. Okay. But and the other thing too is I put it on our page this morning, and I know I'm kind of lacking in that department. I should have put it on a lot earlier, but I did put it on the page this morning. But this afternoon I wasn't able to find it. That we're going to have a show tonight. So you can bank that we'll have a show every night.
Well, that's kind of odd because I didn't get a notification, because when you post something, I get a notification.
Yeah.
So I didn't get one.
So I don't know what the deal was. But,
well, here's a question.
Sure.
I saw in the news before I came over tonight.
Right.
That certain places are banning encampments.
And, for like the homeless? You mean?
For the homeless, yeah. Okay, if you ban encampments on public and city property, where are these people supposed to go who don't have homes? A lot of these people, from what I understand, and the few people I've talked to, have jobs,
Yeah.
but the rents are so high,
Oh,
they have
yeah.
to live in an encampment. So where are they supposed to go?
And the inflation.
Oh, it's just
They,
ridiculous.
they keep on saying that, well, the inflation's going down. I don't know where the hell they're looking at
Yeah.
because, I mean, these are pencil pushers that are talking about the inflation's gone down. Well, it's gone down by what, 3% maybe? I mean, maybe, but it went up.
Yeah.
Just after COVID, it went up. Or actually, it was just during COVID.
Yeah, it skyrocketed.
It skyrocketed. I mean, 75%. I mean, the gas prices went way out of control. And in fact, just in the past week, they have jumped up to $2.99 again per gallon. It was $2.39 is what I paid. I don't know, a week ago, 2 weeks ago, I think maybe. But
Well, I've been watching the gas prices jump just about
ridiculous.
daily.
oh, it's just ridiculous.
You know,
And I mean, what are they going to blame it on next? You know, if we weren't so stinking, where we weren't,
greedy.
no, not greedy. I'm just trying to think here. I got to slow down and stop and think. If we weren't so dependent upon gas and fuel, you know, and diesel, if we could stage a no buy gas day,
Yeah.
it's hard to do. It's hard to do. I mean, I know that it's been tried before and it hasn't ever succeeded. But you know, we need to hit these guys in their pocket somehow. I mean,
Well, see that I think one of the reasons they're raising the gas prices so much,
yeah,
and correct me if I'm wrong, anybody.
You're wrong.
I don't care.
You're
No,
wrong.
Yeah, okay. Is that stupid sliding Biden wants everybody to
Yes.
get electric vehicles. In doing so, from what I've seen and whatnot, when you buy an electric vehicle, $60,000-$70,000,
yeah,
if you need to replace your batteries, it's
Mhm.
going to cost you $22,000 to $30,000 depending on your vehicle
well,
and more.
I know it's ridiculous. And in the great white north of Minnesota, I mean, we're talking, I mean, I don't understand why they think that batteries are the way to go. Somebody had invented, excuse me, a hydrogen motor that ran for forever. And I'm sure that one of the big three bought them out. Didn't want to get that on the market.
Yeah, well, was he? One time, a guy invented something that it had to do with your vehicle and running on gasoline.
Yeah.
But this thing that he developed made it so you can fill up your car once a month.
Yeah, yeah.
And then the car companies bought him out and shut him down
Mm-hmm.
due to the fact that, well, we're gas companies. We're not going to make any money if people start using this.
Oh shit! I tell you,
know?
I get so tired of these bureaucrats out there that, you know, they're talking about, you know, we care about the economy. Well, you certainly don't act like it because you're having them build cars that are green, so to speak. The batteries die,
Or they
get
or
freezing cold,
Yeah.
and then they die. So it doesn't make any sense to me.
Then you don't, in the wintertime, you don't go as far.
No,
It's like, okay, so then you got your hybrids, which
Yeah.
are gas and electric.
right?
Well, your electric only goes so many miles, then then it turns over to gas.
Yeah.
If you stay in town, it runs on electricity.
Right.
But you leave town, you go on a long trip, it turns over to gas.
Yep, it does.
So what are you truly saving on that?
And here's the other thing. We've got a Toyota RAV4. I love it. We got it from my wife. We've had a Toyota Corolla since 2011 when we bought it new, and really have had maybe one little thing in tires and oil changes, and that's it. But the whole thing is, they've got. I will never buy another American-made car. That's all I'm going to say. Ford, they suck. Chevys suck. I'm sorry. I've owned every kind of American car that I can think of, Dodge included, and they just suck. I've had more problems with American-made cars than I have Japanese cars, and it's why can't the Americans build a car or a truck or whatever that, first of all, it's not going to rape you to death when you go out and buy one. So like you get a Ford F-150, it's going to cost you what, 85 or 90,000 now? I mean, people, that's like
It's a money game.
That's a new house for some people.
It's
you know?
a money game.
Oh, I know it is. And it's stupid. That's
Like when you need parts for your vehicle,
Yeah.
they have parts that you can only get at the dealership.
yeah.
Why? Oh, wait, it's a money game.
I mean, now don't get me wrong. I'm just saying a lot of the newer cars I wouldn't buy that are American made. The older cars, however, like some of the Chevys and things like that, those were really good. I had a Chevy Malibu Classic 4-door with a 302 two barrel in it when I was going to college, and that thing ran like a top. My dad got it as a company car, sold it to my oldest brother, and then after he was done with it, I bought it for college. So did have the brakes go out during a winter storm on the way home
Oh boy,
from college. But
that's always fun.
yeah, so I had to apply my emergency brake off and on. That's the only way I could get home safely. So,
Yeah.
But and then I had a buddy that replaced the master
Gives a no
cylinder.
meaning
So,
of skid tires on pavement.
no kidding, no kidding. So
I had a Toyota Corolla back in the 80s. Well, yeah, 80s. There was 4 on the floor, and
yeah.
that thing ran forever.
Mhm.
I mean, I'd fill it up. $2 would get me from Connecticut to Rhode Island 3 times.
Yeah.
And some people say, well, that's not very far. Well, yeah, it is.
Yeah. One of our daughters had a Toyota Corolla that I can't remember if we bought it or if she bought it or what it was. But anyway, that was a good car for her, too. She only had one problem with it. And that was for some reason, she couldn't get it out of park one time. But I had a buddy that told me how to get it out of park. And I did that. And it never had a problem with it again. So and it's just taking a little screwdriver down inside that little,
Or popped a pin.
basically it. So
Yeah. They
But-
got stuck once in a while, and it was a quick fix.
yeah. Now my dad's Ford, he had a, gosh darn it, I'm trying to remember. I think it was an LTD, and I took my driver's test with that thing, and for some reason I couldn't get it out of park either, and that was in the tree. It was on, the shifter was on the column.
Oh, 3 on the tree?
No, not 3 in the tree, but it was just a shift, reverse
okay.
drive, that kind of
Oh,
thing.
okay.
So, and that thing locked in there, and I had to go inside the driver's place, ask him for a hammer, and then hit the thing with a hammer. It finally came out of park. Of course, I got veiled already. So, oh, you don't have control of your vehicle. It's like, well, the vehicle's got control of me, so I mean, something's got to give there. So,
Right.
but
right.
so I mean, and I had a Ford Escort, or I should say, we had a Mercury Lynx that I bought from my parents, and then I drove that thing back and forth to work from Mapleton to Fairmont, and then I ended up living down there for a while too, and that was a pretty good car. I mean, I liked it with the you can slide around the curves, or not the curves, but the streets. You could do what do they call that?
Drifting?
Drifting, yeah, because you had that emergency brake that you could pull up. Newer cars don't have an emergency brake, not that I can see. Might be a button somewhere, but I haven't found it yet.
Yeah,
so,
button. Yeah.
But my
Yeah, isn't it it's kind of funny. Everything's gone to buttons. Button to start your car.
Yeah,
Button to turn
yeah.
it off.
well, it's gonna just a matter of time.
or either
before it
that, or
breaks
you got a
down.
knob you twist to put
Yeah.
it in drive. Or
Yeah. Now, with the RAV4, I like that. It's got different buttons that you push for different road situations, like winter roads and that kind of thing. So, and if it's cold out, it must have some sort of a weather sensor in it, because we had kind of a colder day. It's been several weeks ago. And we had some snow in the forecast, and it came up, roads may be slippery. So I thought that was pretty cool. So it's got a computer in it. I mean, everything's got a computer in it these days. I think, was it 95 and newer have got computers in it?
no, it's older than that.
Is it really?
Oh yeah.
The only reason I say that is because when I lived in North Carolina, we used to have to do inspections every year on our vehicles, emissions inspections. And they said 95 and newer had to have it done, but 90 or 94, anything below 95 didn't have to get it done. So, but yeah, everything's got computers in it these days. And I mean, I like computers at times, and some other times I don't because they're not infallible. So, but oh man, my back is aching, itching tonight. So, moving a table for my mother-in-law, and I think I threw my back out or something because it's really sore in the lower part. So, I could use a massage. Not asking you.
Well, I wouldn't give you one anyway. Sorry, don't go there.
Oh, maybe go see Victoria again. She's really good. I think Victoria. I think Burl is her last name, but she works up in the in that little complex right next to McDonald's in Cambridge, and it's appointment only. But she is really good. So. Okay. Oh, anyway.
All right. Who's looking forward to going fishing in our fish stories this year?
Yeah, no kidding.
That's my question.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, anybody have any ideas of the different kind of bait we could try? You know, the fishing up here is what walleye, bass.
Not hornpout.
Why not? Why not a hornpout?
That's bullhead up here.
What's wrong with saying hornpout?
New England is hornpout.
That's Maine. Well, yeah, it's part of New England.
Yeah, I'm going to say it was hornpout, New Hampshire, and Massachusetts as well, and in Connecticut, and Maine. Yeah.
So what's wrong with saying hornpout?
It's like it just sounds dorky.
Well, it looks
Pout.
like
Pout. What kind of fish you catch? I caught a pout.
Yeah.
What the hell is a pout? Oh, bullhead. Well, why don't you call it a bullhead then? It's like catfish, catfish are bullheads. Same family. So, did you know that carp have a member of their family that sells in pet stores?
No.
Goldfish.
No. Yeah, they are part of the carp family.
Yeah, they are. I didn't know that until
koi fish too.
Yeah, koi. Yeah, KOI. Yeah. How about poi?
Poi.
POI.
The Hawaiian food.
Yeah. Well, I was just checking to see if you knew what it was. So.
Really? Really? You thought you can trick me with that?
Well,
one.
I'm
nice try.
I'm beside myself. I'm happy to know that you know what that is. So,
I've visited Hawaii.
Yeah, well, I've never been there.
Oh, sure, you're missing a great trip.
I've been to every state in the United States except for Alaska and Hawaii.
Well, I've never been to Alaska.
I was in California for a day back in the olden days, as my daughter would say.
Yeah.
That's what I used to do, too. I used to say to my parents when they were alive, or when I was a kid, actually. It's like, Ma, Dad, in the olden days, when you grew up.
The golden days.
Yeah, that's what my daughter, Brianna, would say to me. Dad, in the olden days? Like, boy, now I'm it makes me feel old. So anyway.
Well, you are.
My wife's going to be 60 this year.
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy. I married an older woman. She's only about, I don't know, eight months or so ahead of me in age. But
God, I'm the young one.
You are. Yeah, didn't your wife just turn 65 or something?
Yes.
I'm going to say.
Sorry, dear. He wasn't supposed to say that, but he did.
She robbed the cradle.
Well,
so
did her mother.
Yeah.
Her mother did too.
Really?
Yep. Yeah. Her stepfather is 7 years younger than his wife.
Really?
So he's my wife's mother.
Okay. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah. Well.
Which is kind of odd,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, age is just a number, right?
It really is. I mean,
unless they're under 18.
Some days I feel like a teenager, and some day, well, my mind is like a teenager all the time, but my body feels like a 90-year-old sometimes.
Yep.
Like right now.
Yep.
So
yeah, I could relate to that.
Yeah.
The mine's a daily.
My mother-in-law was complaining about. It's kind of funny tonight. I was setting up the table and they were holding on to the top of the table. I was putting the bolts in to the base, and my mother-in-law said something along the lines of, yeah, I gotta go in and get tested. I gotta go and get a CAT scan or something like that. My shoulder. I said, well, how long has your shoulder been bothering you? Well, for a couple months at least. And I said, you might just have to face the fact it might be just your age. So
And did you get slapped?
no, I didn't. No, I didn't. So
You get the daggers through the
but,
eyes.
but she said something derogatory back to me, which is understandable. And I said, I could just take my tools go home.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
oh,
Oh,
my
that would
word.
work too, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Do it yourself then.
That's right. Get her done. So, anybody's got anything to say? Chat in with us. We would love to hear from you. We don't seem to be getting any emails. I mean, the only emails that we get are either spam, which is very, very few, or we get notifications from Facebook. And I'm trying to get rid of those stupid things because it's like, oh, my word, I don't care who talked to who, really. It doesn't make any difference to me who talked to whom. But I don't know. What do you think?
I have no clue.
Yeah.
Just like these surveys they talk about all the time.
Yeah, like
110,000 people said this, and
or Meta. Meta. I get these surveys every once in a while. Do you know anything about Meta? Well, no, I don't. Would you answer a few questions? Sure, why not? I got nothing better to do. So, and I don't even understand the questions. So, but disagree or agree or not agree, neutral, whatever. So I just I don't really care.
Do you agree?
Yeah.
Do you?
I agree to disagree. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somewhat agree.
A lot of police
Totally
cars.
agree.
A lot of police cars. What, yesterday or was it yesterday morning or this morning?
It was this morning.
Was it?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a bunch of them that went by.
You had a bunch from this morning. We had a bunch a couple of days ago. And It's
Yeah.
like, what is going on?
They must have had a fire south of town or something like that, and or an accident. So who knows? But anyway, well, I'd like to get some famous people on here.
But we don't have enough watchers for anybody to come on.
Yeah, that's the thing. We a lot of celebrities won't do a podcast with you unless you've got 10,000 followers. So and unfortunately we don't have that many. We've got, I think last time I checked, we've got like 22 or like that on YouTube. I think we've got 61 on our Facebook fan page. So but before I forget, if you've got anything coming up for your town, trying to raise some money for local charity or whatever during the spring and summertime, Paul, then
As long as it's in Minnesota and not out of state.
well, we could do out of state, but you'd have to set us up someplace in a nice, nicer motel. But we'll come out and do it for free. If it's over, say 50 miles, then we would appreciate a donation for gas and if you want us to be there for a couple of days and rather than having to drive back, it would be nice if you would just set us up in a motel or it could be at your house if you've got whatever. I mean, I'm not even against sleeping in the barn loft with some nice hay and blankets and all that. So
You can sleep with the chickens.
the only thing is I can't climb ladders. So
No, I can't climb ladders either.
you're going to
so.
have to use a crane or something. So, but anyway, so if you've got something like that going on, then let us know. You can certainly leave us a message through our Facebook fan page, or you can email us if you like. That's Pat and Brian Viral at gmail.com. Now, I spell my name with an I, which is the correct way that I've been told. Not the
Is
Y.
it?
Not the Y.
Is
the
it?
I, yeah. There's no crying in baseball. So Pat and Brian Viral at gmail.com is how you can get a hold of us. But we had a blast when we went out to Harris.
Oh my God, that was so much fun.
Yeah, it really was. And we had a great time, and it was so fun to talk to a lot of the people. I mean, they had the mayor sitting there right next to me.
You didn't even know it.
Didn't even know it. So we're waiting on the mayor. I don't know where the heck he is, but
And he gets tapped on. I'm right here.
yeah. It's like, really? You could have just told me.
Yeah.
But anyway, we had a good time there. We did a lot of jeering on the people that were trying to sink the celebrity or the local celebrity.
Yeah.
Like, you throw like a girl. Well, I am a girl. So, but, or you couldn't hit the broadside of a barn from inside. So, but that kind of stuff. So we had some good times doing that.
Yeah, we did.
I'd like to do it again.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
I'd like to, if we get some more listeners and some more people, you talked about doing some, what do you call those things? Not raffle,
Drawings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'd like to do some. It's just that we don't have enough people to do it.
Yeah. And we've extended our services as far as financially goes by getting the studio up and ready. So, and I think that that's our part that we'll do. I mean, we'll be more than happy to throw out some free advertising for you. We don't charge anything here. Just doesn't pay for us to charge anything. We'd rather do it for free and get your business known in and around the area. So, but there goes my mind again.
And advertisement's a big thing when you have a business.
Yeah, it is. I mean, and every little bit of advertising you can get. Now we have gotten several live podcasts that have been done, and a lot of people don't just watch during this time because they got other things going on. But we still have a lot of people that come back and will watch at a later time, and those are called viewers, by the way. But anyway, we have quite a few viewers. I think we had 76 on one of them. So I think that's probably when we had Alyssa. Yeah, my mind has just not been here today.
That's a sign of old age.
Well, yeah, it probably is. My wife even reminded me, "You're doing the podcast tonight, right?" Yeah, I'm doing a podcast tonight. And then half hour to an hour later on, I forgot all about it.
Really?
So, yeah.
How can you be so damn forgetful about something you enjoy doing?
I don't know. Just I've had kind of a crazy brain day today.
So I take it when we decide to go fishing and I forget your fishing pole?
Well, once I get her in the car, it will never leave the car again, other than winter. So, but anyway. So what do you think? What should we talk about? I know I started off with the witch hunt with Donald Trump and all this other stuff. And I mean, it is just getting ridiculous. He's getting hammered for every little thing he does. I'm surprised that if he goes to the bathroom, that they don't say something, oh, well, his pee is green, or something like that. Something stupid. I mean,
well, look, the wind is blowing and his hair is going the wrong way.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, let's sue him for that.
Did you see that one? It was a video of a kid on the beach, and he looked just like Donald Trump. And the wind blew in his hair. It was great. I saw that on Facebook, and I thought, well, gosh darn it, that's kind of cool. So,
I mean, I'm sorry. I personally, I think they're doing all this against the man because they're afraid of him.
You think?
That's my philosophy. They're afraid the man is going to do exactly what he said he's going to do. Well, he was trying when he was in office.
He should. I think he should. We need somebody in there that's not going to line their own pockets. And he doesn't, because
it's not his nature.
Yeah, well, didn't accept any type of salary.
Well, he gave all his paychecks away.
Yeah. So I tell you, it's just.
I mean, personally, if you think about it, give me a name of a president that did what he did with his money.
Nobody.
Come on, folks. Be honest.
I can't think of a single solitary one except for Trump.
Yeah.
Yeah, his net worth is, what, 2 or 3 billion?
Well, they're saying that he exaggerated his worth. But what other people have said and proven it, that he under exaggerated his worth.
Yeah.
But now it's not like that because of all these lawsuits against him,
Mm-hmm.
because they want to hit him where it hurts, his pocketbook.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think it's right, but
Nope.
hey, are you trying to make me disappear on the camera there, dude, or what are you doing?
No. I have to readjust this thing for some reason. It's just it's going weird on me here. Oh, I'm cutting his head off there.
Yeah, well, that's okay.
There we go.
Cut yourself off too there.
That's okay. I have no problem with that. There we go. Now I will update this and it should be good to go. Now we got camera 1 and we've got camera position number 2.
Oh,
You can still see my shoulder there in the corner. So,
So
are,
what-
you, are you really
what?
live?
No.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. Again, if you've got something you want to chime in on, please use our chat and we will see it in here in the studio. And if you don't want us
Well,
to use
Brian
your
will
name,
see it. I can't.
well, yeah, he can't see it because he doesn't have access to this. So,
I would if I had a tablet, but I don't have the tablet.
oh, I've got it in here, but it's charging. So,
Ah,
and I'm not exactly sure that you'd be able to see this.
I'd be able to see the chats.
Well, what I'm getting at is I don't know that you can be signed in at the same time I'm signed in.
No, as long as I pull it up like I have on my phone right now.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
I mean, I've done
Sure.
it before with the tablet where
Yeah.
I can say, okay, this person's talking, and
Right.
I can't do it with my phone because it
Mhm.
wants me to do some other crap, and I ain't going to do that.
Yeah. Yeah. You got socks on tonight?
Yeah, I do.
Wow. Like that cold outside today.
Well, I've been a little under the weather for a while, so keep the feet warm and you feel a little bit better.
Yeah. A lot of that crap going around too. I mean, there's people that are sick all the time, seems like.
Well,
I'm one of them.
I'm dealing with some issues that it's not sick or have a fever. It's just I can't mention it.
Okay, that's fine. It's not like gonorrhea or
No,
VD or something like that,
it's
is it?
nothing transmittable. It's
I had to. I mean, I just had to. Oh my word.
I've got some internal issues, and I just got to deal with it. And
Yeah.
you know, where it states that when you got problems on the inside, your body tries to heal itself.
Mhm.
Oh, all your blood goes to this, that.
Well,
yeah.
you know, you should quit smoking.
Oh, fuck that.
You should. I mean, the doctors are saying you should quit smoking.
You know, that's kind of funny you mentioned, you know, now when I lived in Connecticut and I was
Yeah.
dealing with a couple of doctors,
Right.
you know, they told me, oh, you got to quit smoking, got to quit smoking. Well, you know, it just so happens I went down and had a test done and I walked outside because smoking's not allowed in the hospitals.
It was way back.
Well, way back in the day. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I happened to go walking outside, and do you know that the same doctor that told me I need to quit smoking was outside smoking?
Yeah.
So what right do they have to tell somebody to quit smoking?
Well, it's like when I had my stroke and I was in Mercy Hospital. I couldn't get up and go out and walk out and have a smoke. My doctor smoked like a chimney. You could smell it all
Yeah.
over him. So,
Yeah, but-
and,
I don't understand how a doctor
yeah,
has the right to tell you to quit smoking when they're smoking themselves.
well, they're your doctor. They care about you. Maybe. Well,
I'm sorry, but
supposedly.
I don't
care
care how
about you. So,
good of a doctor you are, but
Yeah.
don't tell someone to quit smoking if you're smoking yourself.
it's like the pot calling the kettle black.
Pretty much.
Sure.
Hell, I had one doctor in Minneapolis. It was a specialist I had to go see. And he comes walking in the room, and the first thing, oh, I smell smoke. Who the hell's smoking?
Huh.
And I looked at him. I said, I do smoke, but I haven't had one in a few hours. And, well, you better quit your smoking.
Hmm.
And I went, you know what, Doc? Goodbye.
Yeah.
I walked out.
You're fired.
I walked out.
You're the weakest link. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm that same way. I mean, I've tried to quit smoking. In fact, I didn't smoke for 2 weeks or 3 weeks when I was in the hospital.
Yeah.
But it's just like you get that whiff of smoke that, I mean, from smoke couldn't even be, right in front of you, but somebody that's smoking across the hallway or smoking outside or whatever, and you just get that whiff, and it's like, oh man, that smells so good.
No.
So, But
It's not so much as it's smelling good as it is that it reawakens the craving
Yeah.
for the nicotine.
so anyway,
I mean, certain foods smell good, and
Yeah.
smoking don't smell good unless it's one of those Swisher Sweet mini cigars.
the turds.
I don't know what
That's
the
what
hell.
that's what I call them, turds.
Yeah.
I want to say, you've seen the ads and stuff like that from state of Minnesota on smoking. I'm sure.
Probably.
Yeah, like the ones that lost half their feet or had
yeah.
a bypass or
Yeah.
whatever it is. Oh, I lost my voice. None of that stuff has ever been proven
No, it hasn't.
that it is linked to smoking.
Nothing is proven to be linked
No,
by smoking, but
No.
they say it is.
Yeah.
And I totally disagree.
I do too.
I mean, I've never seen any paperwork on it.
No.
I've never seen any actual footage
No.
of, okay, the person smoked for this many years and, they followed them throughout their lives
Right.
and this happened.
Yeah.
No, I disagree.
Yep, I do too. I think that's a big farce. I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to use scare tactics
Yeah.
to get people to quit smoking.
Well, you think about it, Indians have been smoking for how long?
Yeah, I know.
Not just marijuana, not just, peace pipe.
Yeah.
But they've been smoking for eons.
Yeah, I know.
And you never ever hear an Indian, a true Indian, say, "Oh, you need to quit smoking."
Yeah.
But they've been doing it for eons.
Yeah. I mean, you can do it all you want. My great grandmother smoked a pipe.
Yeah.
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 So, and it's, as far as I know, she never died from cancer. My grandfather on my dad's side died of bone cancer. Never smoked. So,
Well, smoking causes cancer.
yeah.
Well, there used to be a time when they said cell phones causes brain tumors and cancer.
Yeah, I know.
Come on, Coca-Cola causes cancer. Using a
Yeah.
hair dryer causes cancer.
Yeah. I mean, it's
Okay, something that
ridiculous,
blows hot air is going to cause cancer.
Yeah.
Come on.
I'm going to say, oh no, Pat causes cancer because he's blowing hot air.
Well, I'm not going to blow smoke up anybody's ass. So. No.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, it's scare tactics and gosh, what was it? Probably would have been in 2000. I'm gonna say 2008 or something like that. They had this campaign where you could get a Target gift card for like $50 if you quit smoking.
Never heard of that.
Yeah,
Didn't last long.
It was through the state, and no, it didn't last very long because people weren't quitting
No.
smoking and
Well, they want people to quit smoking so bad to keep raising the price of cigarettes.
oh, they did just again this week.
Yeah.
Another $4.
Yeah.
So per carton.
Makes no sense.
Yeah.
It's cheaper to make a damn pack of cigarettes than it does to make a candy bar.
Yeah. Well, they figure. Well, it's not just that, but they're also taxing alcohol too at the same
Well,
time.
Of course they are.
Yeah. I mean, they want people to quit drinking. Well, if you want people to quit drinking, then don't have any liquor stores.
Yeah, no kidding. Take all the liquor stores
Yeah.
out of the whole world.
Take the
Don't produce any more alcohol.
take cigarettes off the shelves if you
Yeah.
don't want anybody. I mean, they're still going to get it somewhere. So
Yeah, you close down every single tobacco factory in the world.
Yeah.
That's including your cigar makers.
you'd have to close down all the bars.
Yep.
Yeah.
Every bar would be closed.
Yeah.
Every
It'd be
restaurant would be gone.
prohibition all over again.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
it's in my day. I mean, I used to go out every once in a while to a restaurant, have a beer or a wine or something like that with my meal. So it was neither here nor there.
Yeah.
I did every once in a while. I didn't always, but every once in a while I would. So
Anyway, I
What's
see
the
that
big
people
deal?
want to drink, let them.
that's right.
Not to the point where they become stupid and belligerent,
Yeah,
but
driving and killing somebody.
or get so damn drunk that's all they can do is drink.
Right.
The hell with everything else. I'm gonna drink. I'm gonna be a drunk for the rest of my life.
Yeah, that's really a poor decision to do. I mean, I've had a couple of friends over the years that have died from drunk drivers.
Yeah.
And it's a sad thing to see. I mean, then those people that end up killing them. I mean, they got to live with that for the rest of their lives.
I mean,
So,
alcohol does more damage than smoking.
yep, it does.
I mean, you can't have surgery if you're a drinker.
No.
I mean, there's people who need work on their heart or on their lungs, and they can't have it because they won't stop drinking.
Well, I had surgery on my knee, and I didn't quit smoking for that. It's like, well, you can't smoke for 24 hours. It's like,
Horseshit.
Yeah. Did you have a cigarette? Nope.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
What difference does it make?
That's like when I had my
Other than, being hooked up to oxygen and all this other stuff, and they want you to breathe okay and not have any issues and all that. I mean, to be honest with you, yeah, there's some days that I hack my brains out from smoking, but I still do it.
smoker's cough.
That's right.
So anyway. Smoking will cause you to cough. To me, that's about the only real thing.
Well, it did make me lose most of my teeth too.
I lost all my teeth, but it wasn't from smoking.
Well,
it's from bone degeneration, and smoking has nothing to do with bone degeneration.
Well, I smoked at my highest point, I smoked about 2.5 packs a day. And that's when I was probably in my 20s. And then I cut down considerably because I was like hacking all the time. Even got cotton mouth from it. And that's yuck. So,
yeah.
But yeah, it's just something you live with it, and it's just the way it goes. Yeah. If you want to quit, quit. If you don't, it's like I used to have a doctor. You need to quit. I said, you know what? From now on, save your breath on that topic. I said, if I decide that I'm going to quit smoking, I'll quit smoking. But you don't need to tell me every time I come into the office to quit smoking.
Right.
I'm not paying you for that. And that's what I said. And then this doctor, I won't mention his name, but anyway, he said, well, if you were my brother, I'd take a 2x4 and smash it across the back of your head.
Really?
Yeah. Well, of course I reported that. So, but it's like, how unprofessional can you be? I mean, I just told him, I don't want you telling me, like a little child that I need to quit smoking. You need to quit smoking. I'll smoke until I die, or I'll quit smoking. So, I mean, it's my life, my decision. I mean, when it comes to getting, and I've said this countless times, and I'll probably end up keep on saying it, but when cigarettes were like $1.85 a pack, well, if they go up to $5, I quit.
Yeah.
Well, they're up to $10 a pack now, for crying out loud. And no, I haven't quit yet. I mean, I really do want to quit.
Mine are $5.65.
Well, that's because you smoke that ditch weed. So, but or is that sage that you smoke? I can remember.
Okay. Yeah.
Sage smells a lot like marijuana.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does. But it doesn't have any effect on you like marijuana does.
Somebody's saying something.
So, I heard once that doctors get kickbacks for every patient who quits smoking. Yeah, it's probably true. They get kickbacks for every drug that they use.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That's right.
Yeah. That's true.
Bella knows her stuff. So, yeah. So it's like the 8 or 9 different medications I'm on. Well, actually, I'm on more than that, but yeah. Doctors get kickbacks from that. We can't. There's no way you can tell me that they don't. It's just like the pharmaceutical companies pay the politicians too to vote for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, we're going to buy your vote. We'll give you $50,000. We'll give you $300,000.
Yeah.
I mean, where does it end? It doesn't. The world is so corrupt that it makes me sick. I just want to puke coat hangers.
No, you can't get decent medical anymore unless you have this exorbitant insurance.
Yeah,
And it's like, okay, people who actually need help
Yeah.
can't get it
Right.
because they don't have insurance,
Right.
or their insurance they do have
Mhm.
doesn't cover.
And it's like when they put Obamacare into effect. I mean, that was probably the worst mistake they ever made. I know the reason behind it. They wanted people to start paying for health care, which I can understand. I mean, there's only so many groups out there or so many organizations that can help, the people that can't afford it. But it also made it was a twist because it made a lot of seniors that are living on a fixed income. They had to either buy their drugs, get health care, or get food on their table. And that's just that whole thing is just wrong in my book.
Well, it's
So,
either get their prescription or a roof over their head.
yeah. And
And I've seen a few situations just like that.
oh yeah, me too. I've seen, and this is before Obamacare. I remember when I lived in Fairmont, Minnesota, we had a gal that was deathly ill, and she was. They were knocking on her door. The hospital was knocking on the door. Pay, pay, pay. But she couldn't afford to pay. She didn't work. She was single or widowed, and or was a widow, I should say. Couldn't work, sick, and knocking on death's doorstep. Didn't have any kids, and barely had a roof over her house or over herself, and a little bit of food on the table. She couldn't drive, so she had a friend that would take her to some of these food banks and all that, and she would get just what she needed for just 1 week. That would be it. She wouldn't overdo it or anything like that. And
It's sad.
it's sad because you've got somebody that really doesn't have a pot to piss in, and it's not their fault. It's not their fault they got sick. It's not their fault that they can't work because of that, or they can't drive because of it. I mean, it's out in New Hampshire, the live free or die state. I was informed that if you don't pay your medical bill, you go to jail.
That's debtor's prison.
Yeah. Well, that's the way it was. I don't know if it is anymore or not, but when I lived out there, that was what they would do.
Wouldn't that be considered debtor's prison?
I don't know.
Oh, think about it, Brian.
Well, no, I understand where you're coming from, but
It's just, I'm sorry, but that's just like, if you can't pay, for example, your hospital bill,
yeah,
they can throw you in jail.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
You don't pay child support, they want to put you in jail.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, but if I cannot pay my, you're going to put me in jail.
Yeah,
you're going to charge me interest on what I haven't paid.
Catch 22.
Okay. You're damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Mm-hmm.
But in the way I see it, that is considered debtor's prison.
Well, it probably is.
And debtor's prison has been outlawed for decades.
I understand that.
So how is it legal?
It's called loophole.
What loophole?
It's got to be some loophole somewhere, because I mean, you think about it. They're going to threaten you. All right, well, you can go to jail. Maybe not prison, but go to jail for 30 days or 10 days or whatever we get.
But it makes no sense.
No, it doesn't. It makes no sense whatsoever. Because, I mean, what's going to happen to that person, like this lady? She goes to jail. They're going to have to take care of her in jail. That'd probably be the best health care she'd ever had.
Well, why do you think some people go to jail?
But they also get charged for it. So,
well, the way some of these criminals are thinking, well, I get 3 hots and a cot, so why not?
No kidding.
You got your repeat offenders. Well, they may be homeless, so I'm going to go commit a crime, and I'm going to get everything free.
Kind of sounds like you've done time.
No, I haven't. I know plenty of people who have.
No, I know. I've had one friend that, well, it wasn't really a friend. It was somebody from college that ended up stealing my car stereo out of my car. And the only reason I knew that he did it is because I lined it with razor blades.
Ow.
Yeah. So that was one way to deter the thieves. There were a lot of thieves in college.
Well, what do you think about this guy? He got ripped off. His vehicle got ripped off.
Mm-hmm.
8 times. And so he got
Yeah.
fed up with it finally, and he
Mhm.
rigged his vehicle
Right.
with a flash grenade
Oh boy.
and had it on video where this car drove up to his truck,
Yeah.
stopped, guy got out of the passenger side, broke the
Mhm.
window, climbed in,
Yeah.
and you can see the flashbang going off.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got no projectiles,
Hmm.
but the noise and the
Oh,
flash.
Yeah. No kidding.
I mean,
blinding flash and also
the sound of it. And
Yeah.
it takes a
like a sonic boom.
well, almost, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, now ingenious the idea of it,
Hmm.
but
It's like I've seen it done with porch pirates too.
Yeah.
Where they've got some sort of a paint packet or something in there that explodes.
well, the guy who came up with the glitter bomb for that
Yeah.
was really smart
Hmm.
because he's sold millions of them now.
Yeah.
And okay, so now you're gonna smell worse than a skunk because
Mhm.
that's in there now.
Yeah.
And you're gonna have glitter all over you.
Yeah.
Because glitter don't come off easy, no matter
No.
how hard you wash. But you combine glitter
And skunk
with a
oil.
liquid with a skunk oil or whatnot, you're
Yeah.
really not gonna get that stuff off.
You're gonna be hurting.
Yeah.
Big time.
So, what is the purpose of stealing?
Yeah.
I
Really.
mean, if you think about it,
I mean, are you that down on your luck where you have to start taking stuff off of people's porches? That's the
Mhm.
whole thing.
yeah, they showed one video of a woman breaking her leg trying to run away.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, it's like when I used to work at a Walmart store down in Florida, and I was an assistant manager there. We had a gal that came in with a baby and left the baby there because she was stealing and she got chased. We were trying to keep her in the building. Well, she left the baby in the shopping cart in the seat and booked. So we called child welfare and they came and got the child. And I mean, I hate to see that happen, but it's like, why do you go into a store, especially with your child, and then leave your child behind? Like, why would you do that? It's just idiotic to me. Makes no sense whatsoever. But
Well, why
I mean,
why do women have babies?
I would do that with my ex-wife, but
Well, why do women have babies and then leave the hospital and not take the baby?
my first ex-wife. Oh yeah, that's true.
No,
That's true.
I've heard of those stories too.
Yeah.
Well, a woman's pregnant, she goes to the hospital, has a baby, and leaves.
She wanted to get rid of the kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you got other ones that have the baby and drop it off in front of an orphanage or throw them in a dumpster or a trash
Yeah.
can.
Yeah, you just never know. A lot of weirdos out there. That's for sure.
Mm.
A lot of weirdos in here too. A couple of them at least.
Yeah, I'm looking at one.
Yeah, I'm looking at one too. I'm looking at one too. Even though it looks like I'm looking into my computer screen, which I am, because that's where I can see myself talking, and I can also see Bozo back there too. So, or I should say, no, that way I guess it is.
Yeah.
I'm a righty, so I always go this way. It's like, oh, let's back that way. Yeah, okay. But anyway, yeah. So, so we really haven't talked a whole lot about anything tonight, except we have. Just we've aired our grievances about things that boil us over at times, and I don't know. I just get really tired of hearing
Same
the
crap.
same crap over and over again. And it's like, when are you going to quit punishing Donald Trump for being himself? I mean, is he a perfect guy? No,
Who's perfect?
absolutely not. I wrote to President Trump and I got a letter back from him. It's been, I think it was just when COVID started, shortly after COVID started. And they were talking about giving out the money. What do they call that?
Stimulus checks?
Yeah, the stimulus checks. I told him, I said, I didn't want one. I didn't need it. I was doing fine at the time. So, and I got a letter back. I don't know if it was a personal letter really, but, thank you for your concern and all this other stuff. And stimulus checks are for all Americans, regardless if they need it or not. That kind of thing. It was signed, by him, but I think it was probably signed by a
Secretary or an auto pen or an auto pen.
Auto pen, yeah. So,
Well, it's kind of funny you mentioned the stimulus checks because Governor Waltz supposedly sent out millions of checks to the Minnesotans.
Yeah. Don't get me started.
I never got one.
I don't think we get enough time to talk about idiot Waltz. Really, he's such an idiot. what did my wife say? Something along the lines of now they're saying that you can get child tax credits.
Yeah.
For those people that have not done it in the past.
Yeah.
It'd be a great opportunity to do it now. Well, you know what it is. It's the election coming up here.
Of course.
And but I think that they're also trying to find out who's in the country legally and who's not. So it's kind of a two-sided coin.
Well, they should already know who's here legally and who
two-headed
isn't.
coin, or whatever you call it. So.
Yeah.
No, I don't think they do. I think there's a lot of illegal immigrants in the states now that
Well, yeah.
weren't in before, and they're getting.
Well, you got millions of them
and-
coming in every day,
Yeah, yeah.
and Biden's not stopping it.
No.
The only one is the governor of Texas.
Yeah.
He's the only one trying to.
And they're trying to secede from the United States.
They're trying to what?
Secede. They're,
Oh,
they're
okay,
trying to
okay.
become their own country.
Yeah.
And, it might get down to that where they have to do that. So I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's just ridiculous. So
Yeah.
Tucker's looking as soon as you're done. Well, if you want to bring him out, you can. Oh, that dog! I tell you what, he's a mess. He was. We were watching AFV the other night. I don't know if you saw the video.
Yeah, I did.
And it was a terrible video. It was really dark in there, and I should have had some backlight or something like that. But it happened so quickly. It was an older AFV where they had a couple of dogs that were on one of those cameras, home cameras, and their owners were away, but they were talking to them, and they were like, "Arr, arr,"
Oh, yeah.
that kind of thing. Well, Tucker happened to see that,
of.
and he started barking.
You do a good impression. You hang around your dog too much.
And then, yeah, no kidding. That's what my wife says. But anyway, he stood up on his back legs and was barking at the dogs on the screen. I thought that was just hilarious. And I tried to get my camera out and record it just as quick as I could, and I only got just a little bit of it. So, but it was pretty funny. That dog is crazy. We went to. I take him to the park just about every day because he likes to go out and walk around, and if there's dogs there, he's got to go out and make his voice known. He's just a weird dog. He's got that small dog complex where it's like, I might be small, but I'll kick your butt if you mess with me, kind of thing. So that's really funny. But it's kind of like the video of him showing me where his treats are, what he wanted that one time that I put down.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yep.
And I know my neighbor B and Gordy, they've watched Tucker at times when we've gone away for a day or so, and and she chimed in, "Yep, I know that face all too well." He knows exactly where the treats are in their house too. So, and he'll sit there and he'll look up. He comes here in the morning, and or in the afternoon or whatever. He goes right over to the shelf behind me, and this one on this
Right there.
Right there. Okay. And I've got this treat container, and anyway, he looks at that, and I've been giving him small treats now. I mean, they're the bacon strip things for dogs, so I give him like a quarter one or a half a one, and just throw it in his chair over here, and he'll get up there, and then he'll sometimes whine or he'll go like, "Give me some more." It's like, really, dog? I mean, you're a pig. A pig in dog's clothing. So
Yeah.
anyway, well, folks, that's gonna do it for the Pat and Brian podcast tonight. I hope you enjoyed your time with us, and if you would, just tell all your friends, neighbors to check us out, and we will eventually get some guests on here. If you'd like to be a guest, we can do it via phone. We can also do it via computer. And or we can have you in person too. It doesn't make any difference. Not to us. long as you got good BO, you're all, or no BO, you're all set.
Wow.
My wife said, "Man, you need to get some better deodorant or something like that." And I said, "Honey, I just took a shower, put new pit juice on." I said, "It's probably because I just had about 3 or 4 cigarettes. And to be honest with you, I've got a few teeth left, and I don't brush every day. So I don't use mouthwash like I probably should. So that's probably what you're smelling." Oh, man, something. So, yeah.
Well,
I
anyway,
I got no secrets here. I share all my secrets. So, but yeah, if you want to chime in with us sometime, by all means, do like Bella did and chime in. We appreciate Bella doing that, and you can do that too. You can also send us that email. That's Pat and Brian viral at gmail.com. It's all spelled out. Pat and Brian viral, VIRAL.
not the and sign, but and.
No, not the and sign. No. But
You know, like the little thing on the sign over here and on the wall.
watch out for idiots. Is that the one?
No,
Oh,
look to your left at the wall. That's your right.
oh, I'm sorry.
The Pat and Brian show. See the little ampersand there? Ampersand,
Oh,
that ain't
yeah,
it.
yeah. No, you know what? That's the first time I've ever looked at that like that. So no, it's not the and sign, but it is, and it's not at gmail.com. It's the at sign.
The A with
So-
the circle.
So, wow, you got me.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got me.
Boy, when I get you pretty good.
Yes, he does. It's just.
But anyway,
amazing.
folks, thank you for stopping by.
Yeah,
Drop us a line.
we appreciate it. We'll talk to you next time.
Good night.
Good night.